Hey y'all, it's Day. So, I'm going to do a quick little cute little short little reading for you guys. I miss you. Um Sorry for the delay. I have been wanting to make videos. Well, I've made videos. I just can't post them because the Wi-Fi. Um but next time I get somewhere where the Wi-Fi is stronger, I'll be uploading those videos for you guys. But maybe this one won't be take so long to upload. So if it makes it, then hey y'all. So yeah, let's see what this reading is about. Hopefully it's something that we can all grasp something from. So angels, guides, ancestors, God, God's source, and benevolent energies that stand in truth and love. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the guidance. Thank you for the protection. Please continue to guide and protect us as we walk our path. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Interesting. So the first card here we have Aunt Caroline, or the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And on the left of the spread we have the Page of Coins. We also have the King of Swords, and underneath that we have the Queen of Swords. So let's see. So with the Wheel of Fortune, I'm getting a good energy or a positive energy from the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And for some reason I'm getting like the imagery of a carnival. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So like the Wheel of Fortune and that one ride, I forgot what it's called, that goes around the big tall one. What is that even called? I think I said the carnival. So yeah, I'm getting that one ride, and there's this element of fun, things being fun or creativity. So it's definitely giving me like enjoy the ride type of energy. So the way that the message feels like is like it's so cliche, and it almost feels like you have to be detached from reality to just even say that, or it would take a lot of effort to just like really believe that. But it's like enjoy the ride. um like good things don't last, bad things don't last, like just try to live in the moment type of energy. But in regards to life, like as complex and as scary or dangerous as the world can be, it looks like our spiritual team is encouraging us and reminding us to enjoy the ride, to remember that there's always a greater work at play, a greater movement at play, a greater story at play in regards to our situations. And directly underneath this Wheel of Fortune, we have the Star card. So healing is available. Uh, Healing is available, and I'm hearing the word laughter. So it's like giving me this energy of our spiritual team wants us to really strive to find the balance or exercise our belief or our faith always and continuously that things are working out for us, that we are being supported regardless of the circumstance. Okay. So we have the Father of Knives or the Father of Swords. I was like, okay, so in this deck it's called the Father of Swords, the King of Swords. But I was like, why am I getting this fatherly like energy? So there is like this fatherly type of energy that is saying that okay, you're protected, you're taken care of, you're already spoken for. Um, they have a greater say. They have a greater say. They have the greatest say type of energy. So it's kind of like giving me this energy of like what's already been spoken for can't really be spoken against. It's giving me that type of energy. So it's like regardless of what the community says, what the world says, what the people say, and I'm hearing the word ordained. So it's like whatever is meant for you in your life, it's like nothing, nothing or nobody else can void it. And then directly underneath, like I said, we have the Queen of Swords here. And it's giving me this energy of being protected. And it's like, it's not your battle, or you don't have to like fight or defend yourself against what is, if kind of feels like being thrown on you. So this can be as something as um, petty as like a group of people having negative things to say about you, and it could be as great as like people in general like trying to speak over your life, or and it's not limited to just speaking or communication. I'm also getting this imagery of someone being fired from a job, or someone feeling like they're under, like, or being oppressed by a supervisor or a boss, or someone in a work environment that feels like they have a say over, what you need to do, or, it's kind of like the energy of having someone in the workplace trying to make things harder for you, or trying to say no just because they can, like denying your requests for days off and stuff like that. And so I'm getting this energy of someone like trying to make things hard for you. And even though, like, even if it may feel or seem like they are succeeding, even I don't care if they actually got you fired to that extent. It's like there's always your spiritual team is saying there's always something greater at play. And then going back to this King of Swords energy with this Father energy, that's like, I have the last say. I like I said, well, what has been already been spoken for cannot be spoken against. It's like it has no effect. And it's also, you're protected by a higher power, you're protected by a greater power that really has their hands in everything, or sees all. So period, period. um I feel like I want to share a short story, and I'm gonna really like make it a lot more vague. But it reminds me of this time when I was in high school. I was a part of a special like type of class that was attached to a program that like help, like this program that I was a part of, because I was a part of this class, would like take us to go visit different colleges during the summer. They paid for like our fees to apply for colleges and stuff like that. It was a lot of like educational trips and things like that that would be beneficial that we could really use to like help prepare us or get us to the next level. And I ended up having a conflict with the teacher, like the main class that I was taking in school. Um, it was like it was a project that we had to do, and she said that everybody would get, like, if you got 100 on the project, then you get 100. She'll change all of your grades, like your assignments, homework assignments, work assignments to 100, but you have to get 100. So my high school self was like, shoot, I already did this project before. I know what I missed last time, and I got a 95 on the last time I did this project. So I know exactly what needs to be done. So I was in class, not being rowdy or anything, but like I wasn't doing an assignment because I was like, I'm gonna get 100 on this project, and all of my homework and all of my assignments is about to get 100. So my high school self was like, shit, I don't gotta do nothing for next week. Um, but the teacher like didn't like that, which was weird because she's the one that made the rule. She's the one that told us that we can like get our grades changed to 100. But I guess she just didn't assume that anyone would just like say like they're not gonna do the homework because I mean do the other assignments because they know they're gonna get 100. So anyways, I did the project, crossed my T's, dotted my I's. Like I said, I did it before already and I got a 95. I knew what I missed, so I made sure I included it that time. So I turned in my project, got it back. She gave me a 95. And I was like, what did I miss? Like what was the problem? And so she was just like not trying to change my grade and stuff. And there were actually in the school of two teachers that taught this same class. So I went to the other teacher and I was like, because they were doing the same assignment, and I was like, could you grade this? Like, I don't understand what I missed or whatever. But they were friends, so it was not beneficial for me to do that. And she was just like, agreed with her or whatever. So basically, that teacher, she wanted to, um, basically wanted me to go back and do all the other assignments that I didn't do because I had banked on getting 100 on this project. So I told my parents about it. My parents like wanted to have a discussion with like I don't know the positions, like the dean or the vice principal or something. I forgot who it was. So they had a conversation with her about the situation. Anyways, this teacher was so upset and so disgruntled that after, whoever was over her, like listened to both of our stories, and she told her that to give me the grade that I got on the project on all of my assignments. So the the challenge was if you get 100 on this project, then you'll get 100 on all your other assignments. She didn't want to change the grade. She stood on the grade that she gave me, which was a 95, but she just changed all my other assignments to 95. So I didn't have to go back and do those other assignments, but then she got me kicked out of her class. Like she told the lady that was kind of mediating between us and her that like she didn't want me in her class anymore. So I got kicked out of that class. And I was like so sad about it at first because it was attached to this program that was really beneficial, that is kind of like trying to help prepare people and even um, help with the process of like going to college, signing up for college and all that kind of stuff. So I was bummed. But then the mediator, she told me and my parents about a different class that I ended up taking because I had to because I got kicked out of that class. So she like told us about this other class that I ended up liking so much more. It's literally the most influential class that I had ever taken in my whole high school um, career. Throughout my entire high school, it was the most beneficial class that I'd taken. And so, with this energy, where this father figure is saying, like, what's already been spoken for you cannot be spoken against. And when I said, even when it seems like they're winning, even when it seems like they're kind of bringing you down more and more, people are in an office where, someone's just being really nitpicky about everything that they do, and it seems like it's wearing you down. Or like I said, even if they're canceling your request for PTO time, shit like that. um Even to the extent of, like, someone got you fired, or I got kicked out of that class, your spiritual team, God, the universe, benevolent energies will always make sure there are energies, bigger energies, greater movement at play. So reminding ourselves of that is extremely important. And again, our spiritual team wants us to continue to exercise our faith and our belief that we're always being taken care of, regardless of what our circumstance is looking like. So trying to, utilize those affirmations and try to get in that space. I know it's extremely hard. Like, how do you tell somebody that's about to get evicted? How do you tell somebody that just lost their job and they don't know where their other source of income is going to be? I get it. Like, I get it. But that's the message, though. So we have to, like, try to embody it as much as we can, because healing is available with the star card or the grandchildren. It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak, you guys. Like, it's not for the weak. So, okay. I just noticed this now anyway. Underneath the star card, we have the strength card. Bruh. Bruh. Queen. So this is how my spread is looking. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, where your spiritual team is saying, enjoy the ride. Take a breath, even though it can be startling, I'm hearing, scary, nerve-wracking. Like, try to be in the present moment. Try to appreciate things for where they are right now. And know that it's constantly moving. Just because you're at the bottom of the wheel doesn't mean you'll always be there. Underneath that star card, where your spiritual team is saying healing is available through the exercise of your faith, that things are continuously working out for you regardless of what the circumstance is looking like. And then directly under that, in the choice point position, I don't know the way it looks like to y'all, in the choice point position, we have the strength card. So your spiritual team is coming through to acknowledge that, like, they know that it's not easy. They know exactly how you feel. Like, they know, they're aware. They're aware. Like, what would I would say? Plot twist, or what did they say? I forgot. Spoiler alert, your spiritual team knows exactly how you feel. I know we can get caught up sometimes in thinking that they don't, but they do. But that doesn't mean you can't vocalize it to them, because I'll be telling my spiritual team, like, I don't understand. I don't feel that way. I don't feel supported, but I don't feel loved though. So it's okay to tell them that too. On the left of the spread, your spiritual team is encouraging you to remember that you're still learning, you're still growing, you're still progressing. And whatever it is that you have, or you are doing, or you are being, it does have substance. If you've ever, like, if you're trying to make something grow, whether it's a project, your authenticity, your identity, your job, your position, your career, your salary, anything like that that you've been putting time, energy, and effort into. And I'm also hearing your momentum. Your spiritual team is saying, like, if you go back and forth and think like, is it worth it? Am I building anything? Am I crazy? Will people like it? Your spiritual team is saying, yes, you do have whatever it is that you're working on. It does have substance. It does have the ability to grow and progress. It is something worth continuing bringing forward. It is something worth exercising. Yes, 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 yes. And it's giving you this energy of like constantly having to work it. You just gotta work the puzzle, or you just gotta work the mold. It's something that is not necessarily the texture that you want it to be yet, or it's not exactly the color that you were going for just yet. But your spiritual team is saying, I'm hearing dial up. So it's like dial it up, like continue working on it, or continue molding it, like don't give up on it. So I'm also imagining someone creative that like likes to sculpt, or they like to do pottery, and it's like they'll get up to a certain point and then they'll just discard it. Or someone will draw something, they'll start a drawing and then they'll get to a certain point and they'll be like, it's not looking like how I want it to look, or it's not looking like how I feel like I should be doing it. And so they'll just discard it before it fully develops. So your spiritual team is saying like, keep at it, continue with it. Give yourself more grace, have more faith in yourself, exercise more faith in your abilities. Don't give up, don't get discouraged, don't allow self-doubt to come in. Sit with that awkward feeling a little bit longer. Period. And that's reminding me of like when I was learning how to read tarot. There would be times in between the cards where I'm trying to cipher the information. I'm trying to cipher the emotions or the feelings that are coming through. And it could feel like sometimes awkward, like an awkward silence where it's just like, am I rushed for time? Am I getting anything? Am I not getting anything? Is it worth it? And in that pause, that's where a lot of negative self-doubt can come in. But your spiritual team is asking you to like sit with yourself a little bit longer, to exercise this ability to tolerate the awkward silence, or that period where between what you just last said and what should I say next. So I can't imagine what that looks like for you guys, but this reading got me pumped. Angels, guides, ancestors, God, source, and benevolent energies that stand in truth and love. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the guidance. Thank you for the protection. Please continue to guide and protect us as we walk our path. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Is there anything else that we need to be aware of? Is there anything else that we need to know regarding this situation? I'm hearing the word mediocre, and I'm seeing this Knight of Swords right here. So this particular card is about communicating or translating or being skilled in translating, in communicating. But also for her, it's a craft. So this is the Hoodoo Tarot deck, and the short story behind this card is like she is a medium, and many people all over want to experience her services because she's really good at it. She translates, you know, messages or transfers messages. So she's sought after, and your spiritual team is saying like keep emoting, keep communicating, keep practicing, keep talking, keep speaking. Um, and it's like during a time where whatever your craft skill or whatever it is that you want to bring out, it feels like it's a time where it's like it feels like walking through the dark and continuously telling yourself that you're okay because you're trying to get to the other side of the room without freaking out. You're trying to maintain your poise and your sanity. Um, so it's like walking through a dark room. It's like you've seen the room before, but you just never, you know, walked across it with the lights off. And you're a little scared of the dark. And as you're walking, you're talking to yourself in a positive way. Or some people may like pray or say a prayer or something like that. So your spiritual team is wanting you to do that with your gifts or whatever it is that you're wanting to bring out or bring to the forefront of your life, to continuously talk yourself through those tougher moments or those awkward silences, or those moments in between that kind of feel like you're not supported at that moment. And what I've experienced and how I kind of interpret these periods of my life where I kind of feel like a void, where I'm like, okay, what do I do now? Um, there's this period where sometimes I feel like, I'll say in my readings, there's times where I hear a lot of words and I feel like I'm getting a lot of support, and I'm getting a lot of hits or like feelings, emotions that help me relay the message of the story. And then sometimes it just feels like my spiritual team just like stops. And so I'm like, sometimes you can get used to, you get used to the conversation, and sometimes it get real quiet, and I feel that, and I'm like, oh wait, and then, that's where, those empty spaces where self-doubt and all that stuff can come in. But it's really my spiritual team just wanting me to realize that I have wings. I have wings, that I can support myself, but they also want me to realize and acknowledge that I'm not doing it by myself at the same time. So they'll give me the floor, and sometimes they'll feed me the information that I need, but it's constantly changing. Let's see. So we have the Ace of Wands here. We have the Ten of Swords in the resistant position. We have Railroad Bill in reverse, or the Chariot. And we have the Knight of Coins in reverse. Something about this Knight of Coins feels like I'm hearing a gift. Because I was about to say, it feels like something you have, like either a project or some form of creativity or something fun, but it's a gift. So I feel like somebody has a gift with this Knight of Coins in reverse. The coins is representing the earth energy. It's representing that it has value, it has substance, that it is important, that it can be a source of bartering or used to exchange. So exchanging goods for services type of energy with your gift. And it's in reverse. Underneath this Ten of Swords in reverse. feel like it has so much, something important to say. I don't know what it is yet. Something, okay, so it's saying like it doesn't have to be a burden. So someone is or can be associating the development of their gift or the pursuing this journey of whatever their gift is, like bringing it into fruition or like fully developing it or something. Something about it can feel like a burden. It also feels like our spiritual teams don't want us to stress about our gift. They don't want us to stress about our gifts. And I'm hearing proclaim proclamation. Proclamation. So proclaiming, start saying what it is that you are. Like, I am an artist, I am a guitarist, I am a singer, I am a therapist, I am a something about like saying it over and over again is gonna help you to like really embody it, feel it, step into it more. And there's something just coming up about this gift, like your spiritual team is like, it's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be creative, it's supposed to be like a feel good thing, it's supposed to be very, not necessarily like easy, but the creative flow is should just be like pouring out so much that you don't have time to like just stress about, oh, I have to be this or I have to be that, or this is where I am in comparison to where I should be or where others are. So it's something about like just not putting so much pressure on your gifts, because your gifts literally come natural to you. So it's like you already are that. You don't necessarily have to try to be something that you're not, or you know what I'm trying to say? So reminding us that on the right of this, we have the Ace of Wands. This is that fiery, passionate creativity. And your spiritual team is like, whatever this, if you're pouring, if you practicing or exercising your creativities for your gifts was a cup or a pot of anything, like your spiritual team feels like it should just pour out naturally and effortlessly and smoothly and without too much like strain. Okay, so with this railroad bill or the chariot in reverse coming out directly underneath that King of Swords we were talking about earlier, and then the Queen of Swords directly under, your spiritual team is saying like, if you're not moving, it's because you're not meant to right now, or but it's not necessarily that you're not moving. I'm getting imagery of someone on a train, so the train is not moving. So if something, it's kind of that energy of having an understanding of what's in your control versus what's out of your control. So if you're on this train and there's a 2 hour delay, or you're trying to catch a flight and there's a 2 hour delay, whatever the case, it can be unexpected sometimes, and sometimes you can be unprepared. But once you are informed of the large delay, what will you do with your time? You can read something, you can write something, you can, decide to go get coffee and come back. There's a lot of things, but you are the one that gets to decide what to do with your time. So there's this energy of like, just because the train is stopped doesn't mean that you have to stop. There is um, a currency in finding something to do with your time. And then there's another aspect of, if you've done your part or you're doing your part and things are still not moving, as you are this person on a train, you can't like push the train yourself, then acknowledge that and realize that that is divine timing, that is divine interaction, that's not yours to control. So if you're not moving, don't um, allow yourself to become discombobulated and disoriented and feel like things aren't happening for you. So going back to this, walking in a dark room, crossing a dark room to find the light switch, like having faith that the light switch is there, having faith that you'll be able to find it, talking yourself through the process to maintain your sanity, not allowing self-doubt, not allowing those fearful thoughts to um, overcome you to the point where you either not cross the room at all or you just completely panic during the process. So our spiritual team is asking us to maintain our faith, to exercise our faith as we walk across this dark room, trusting that there is a switch on the other side that will turn on the light, and remembering that we are a student. And then with the Wheel of Fortune, also remembering that we are on the Wheel of Fortune. Things continuously change, and our spiritual team is always continuously, you know, aware of how we feel and mindful of um, our protection, our safety, and that the things that are already spoken over our life cannot be tainted or torn or tarnished. That we're gonna be protected regardless of people and their other people and their tactics. Period. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I'll have the link to my website in the description box or probably the comment section. So check out my website. Um, I'm gonna be reorganizing a couple of things as well. Other than that, let me know if this reading resonates with you. If you receive this message, like the video so I know that it was received. And I hope you guys are doing okay out there, even though I haven't been able to post in a while. Hopefully this helps. Bye.